What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? It's your player pastor, Mr. Macaroni Tony. And I just want to welcome everybody. To the Infinite Praise Dance Auditions. So what we got going on today, excuse me, let me fix my ring. You see that right there? That's clean. Can't nobody do it like me. But anyways, what we doing today is we're calling out all the dancers, and we want to see who can get their Holy Ghost praise on for the Lord. All right? Yeah. So without further ado, let me introduce to you some of the judges for today. First off, Macaroni Tony wants to introduce Miss Misty Swanigan. Baby girl, tell her what you're looking for. Tell the dancers what you're looking for.
Just choreography and elegance. You got that, you got my vote.
Next, I got world-renowned dancer. I mean, he's been all over the world working with some of the greatest dancers you can think of, all right? I'm talking about people like Usha. Yes, that's Usha. And I'm talking about people like Chris Blue. Yeah, Chris Blue. And I'm talking about the icon himself, Mr. Michael Johnson. That's what I said, Michael Johnson. But I ain't gonna prolong it no more. Swift, tell them what you're looking for.
It's about the rhythm. The rhythm has to move you in a way that is smooth. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the smooth move. Because if you're not giving them the rhythm, what are you giving them?
Exactly. What are you giving them if you're not giving them the rhythm? All right, and moving on. Last but not least, hailing all the way from St. Jude, Mount Episcopal, Independent Church of God in Christ, non-denominational Baptist. I'm talking about Reverend, Deacon, and Pastor Jehoshaphat, all right? Now, tell them what you're looking for as far as dance.
You know me, I'm a little old school, man. You know y'all young cats, y'all get to doing all the... I can't get jiggy without it, man. Just a little 1-2 step, you know, keep it simple, man. You know, that's all I'm looking for, man. Old school, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, there you have it. Keep it simple. Deacon, Reverend, and Pastor Jehoshaphat is not looking for all that and all that. Keep it simple and make sure it's about Jesus. Now, without further ado, let me bring to you the wonderful dancers for Infinite Praise. Do your best, people, because I'm watching.
Super cranky.
Yeah, it's your boy Stoney Stone. And I want to welcome you to Infinite Praise, where the praise don't stop. And it's another day of fire, baby. You can rock to this, and you can bounce to this, and you can clap to this. Go on, get your praise on to this. Hey, you can rock to this, and you can bounce to this, and you can clap to this. Go on, get your praise on to this. I don't know about you and what you came to do, but I came to praise Jesus and scream hallelujah. Man, my God is so faithful and he's so true. Man, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? Yeah, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you?
Today I only got one goal in mind. That's to glorify the name of the one most high. All your problems and your drama, you can leave them all behind. Cause we about to have a Holy Ghost fire-filled time. Man, I'm talking about praises. Turn to the max and it's all for the Lord. Cause he deserves that. So forget about anything weighing you down. Cause your only concern should be Christ right now. Man, he's worthy of the glory and worthy of the praise. Worthy of the honor and all of the fame. My God is so unbelievably amazing. This is how I show my appreciation. By lifting my hands and doing my dance. I worship so hard I get caught in a trance. But it's all okay cause it's all for the King. Just read Psalm 145 and 3.
I don't know about you and what you came to do, but I came to praise Jesus and scream hallelujah. Man, my God is so faithful and he's so true. Man, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? Yeah, I came to praise Jesus. How I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I don't know about you and what you came to do, but I came to praise Jesus and scream hallelujah. Man, my God is so faithful and he's so true. Man, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? Yeah, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I came to praise Jesus.
Let's not waste no more time. Let's show him this Jesus shuffle, man.
How about you?
Let's go.
Everybody just step, slide now,
There you go.
Slide now, rock. Turn, step.
That's it right there.
Step, slide now,
I see you over there.
Slide now, rock. Turn it, step.
Hey, don't be doing this in your car now. I don't want nobody crashing. No crashes on my case.
Slide now, rock. Turn it. Hey, now do that Jesus shuffle. Come on, Jesus shuffle. Everybody do that Jesus shuffle. Come on, Jesus shuffle. All right, good people. After deliberating with the judges, they have come to their decision, and it is up to your player pastor, Macaroni, Tony, to tell you who the winner of this infinite praise dance extravaganza is. So without further ado, I'm going to say to you that the winner is Stony Stone Hill. But that Jesus shuffle was something serious, but I tell you, step, slide. Now, Kai, who is Kai? Anyways, man, y'all follow my boy Stony Stone and keep Jesus first in your life. See you next year, baby.
What's happening? Y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy Chosen.
This your boy ATL Beats, man.
Hey, you look, man, we on this thing, man, and guess what? Y'all already seen who we putting up, man. We got my homeboy Stoney. He's DJ Stoney. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. He's one of three of Royalty Boys. I remember when we first met them, boy. Them boy was so turned. They did what was it called? Jumping for Jesus. Yeah. So and we met then, man, and it's been going on ever since. So just want to introduce my homeboy Stoney, man. You tell him a little bit about yourself and we're going to it like that.
Yes, sir. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me here, man. Stony Hill, like he said, 1/3 of them Royalty Boys. Yes, sir. But I'm just a man that just loves Jesus, man. And I'm gonna keep it real, just like that. I know folks be like, man, he fooling around, Bruh, I'm a man, a few words. I love Jesus.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's happening. So for real, that's what that get. For real. But hey, listen, we're gonna get right into this, man, and let's do it. We don't do no sugarcoating over here. So we get in some real topics. I want them to know you, but then we're gonna get into some topics, man, and see what your intake is on a lot of things, and plus just combo whatever come natural, man. We don't sit here and rehearse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just whatever come natural. Just knowing the person straight up, you know what I'm saying, and how they react to anything that's brought to them. So first, want to know, how did you get into Christ or being a Christian rapper? First of all, how did you become a Christian?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to know. How did God call you to become a Christian, and what happened?
Well, personally, where I want to get to where I got saved.
Mm-hmm.
I was young, all right?
Okay.
And I was in church.
Okay.
My grandma, she's a preacher, and she was preaching that day. I'm gonna be honest, I was halfway listening.
Okay.
I was in my teens. I was halfway listening.
Okay.
And for some reason I started listening, and I heard her, start talking about hell. I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? I got scared into that thing. Y'all said be for real. I'm gonna be for real with you, bro. I got scared into that thing.
Okay.
So I was like, I do not want to go to hell.
Okay.
Right? When she started explaining that, I was like, I don't want to go there. Why would you want to go there?
Exactly.
So, I went up that day. I got saved that day. Now, I'm not gonna say I live life perfectly.
Yeah.
But I keep that in the back of my head. I do not want to go to hell.
Okay. I feel you. So did you was you like was you a troublemaker somewhat, or you were just more of a I would say urban person where they they just I ain't saying you doing it, but maybe smoke weed and just chilled and just mess with the girls, or was you like
I feel
out
like
there?
that was Stoney. I feel like that was Stoney.
I think that's why his name is Stoney.
He was the chill one smoking on the weed,
No, truth be told, never smoked in my life.
Oh, for real?
Never smoked in my life.
That just seems like
that's
you.
what's up.
I ain't gonna lie. That
Now,
just seems
Stoney, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Okay, my dad, that's actually my middle name. Stoney is my middle
for real?
name. Yeah.
That's what's up.
So when he named me, he was like, you gotta have a real name, you gotta have a side name, you gotta have a sports name, or like a party name.
Yeah.
And then you got your last name.
Okay.
So I got Nathan. That was like, if you become a doctor, your name gonna be Nathan.
Okay.
Right. Then I got Tobias. I'm not sure where Tobias came from.
Nobody
called
you don't
me
look
that.
like no Tobias, man.
not at all.
Then he gave me Stoney.
Okay.
And that just became, nobody calls me them other two names.
Okay.
So that's my real name.
Okay.
As
So
far as a troublemaker,
yeah.
I mean, I did maybe some small stuff, but I can't say I was doing anything crazy. My dad would slap the mess out of me.
Okay.
So
okay.
I was brought up, pretty strictly.
Yeah. Mother and father?
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up, man. It's hard now getting mother and father. You know what I mean, in the household now. So
absolutely,
that's a blessing. That is for real a blessing. So I got to get to this. I'm gonna get to this. Who is Macaroni Tony? This is what I want to know. Like, who is this dude? And matter of fact, I want to know him so bad that Willie and Dilly want to hook up with him.
I was about to say that. I was just about to say that.
Willie and Dilly want to hook up with him, and we got to do something. Matter of fact, got a song that they can actually do, but we need to hook up. They need to hook up, and I'm the manager. You what's his name, manager? We need to talk and get them two together. But before that, who is Macaroni Tony, man?
Man, Macaroni Tony is.
Hey, look, I remember when I first seen that dude. I think you did something on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I just shook my head, man. And that afro, I was like, oh my God. But
Did
that
you
was
have
awesome.
a fro back in the day?
Yes.
I feel like you did.
Yes, I did.
feel like you did.
If you search my Facebook, you'll find it. But you got to go back in them back in the day.
In there. Okay. So who is that? Who is Macaroni Tony?
Man, Macaroni Tony, he's like that old school player pastor.
Yeah.
And I know it seems crazy. Like, what you mean a player pastor? Like,
yeah.
But honestly, it came about. I went on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I love cruising, in case y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
So I went cruising. We was playing around. I just got to talking in that particular voice.
Mm-hmm.
And we was when we go on cruises with the church, they always give us a sheet. We got to get somebody saved.
Okay.
So we got to get somebody saved. So me and my friends, we be walking with the sheet. We were trying to be the first one to get somebody.
Uh-huh.
But we got to playing around. And so I was talking to somebody about Jesus, and I got to talking. And so I just started talking to him, and I was like, hey man, you know Jesus. Because I wanted to be kind of like, I couldn't just come straight up because I felt like he would have walked away.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey man, you know Jesus? He looked at me like, what? I was like, you know Jesus? And he was like, huh? I know of him. I said, well, you need to get to know him today. I said, I got this sheet for you.
Yeah.
So he kind of was looking at me, and then I did it for a minute, then I stopped playing around. Like, no, for real though. Like, for real, do you know Jesus? Take a look at this sheet, man. Get yourself saved. It could change your life.
Yeah.
That was over in Mexico.
Okay.
So, they couldn't believe that I actually had played that particular role.
Mm.
And then when we got back on the ship, it just became a running joke. I just kept just talking like that, going around making that noise. And then they was like, man, you ought to do something with that.
Wow.
And then, Mark 11, he was like, no, for real. We're going to do something with that.
Okay.
So that's how that came about.
Okay. So, man, that's crazy. So, I'd say, how many times have you put on the wig? How many times?
You mean that particular week?
Yeah, that one.
I don't know.
Wow.
Off the top of my head, maybe about 8, 10 times.
Okay. So how do you prepare to get into character?
Woosa.
Yeah.
Get in that character?
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch an episode of Martin.
Okay.
You seem like you would be on Martin too, though.
Yeah.
Like a Martin character. Now that you say that.
Hey, pay attention now. Pay attention. Macaroni Tony is actually mentioned in Martin.
Oh, okay. I gotta check that one out. And it seemed like you would be the sidekick of what's his name? The pimp.
Yeah.
God, I can't think of his name. Jerome.
Look at the white
Jerome in the house. Yeah, it seemed like you'll be the light-skinned pimp. The light-skinned sidekick, and he be mad at you because you're getting all the women because you're light-skinned. But look, listen, on a serious note, well, it's not even a serious note. Just how did you become a part of Royalty Boys?
Oh man, them Royalty Boys. So we all went to the same church.
Mm-hmm.
We were all solo artists at first.
Okay.
Just out doing our own thing, but we were very close. Me, Mark, and Kyle, we were very, very close. Still to this day, still very, very close. Talk almost every day. One day Mark woke up, gave us a call. He said, the Lord said it's time.
Mm-hmm.
So we was like, what you mean? So we was like, what you mean? He was like, the Lord said it's time to get out there and move. So we had our little conversation. We was talking. And then I was like, man, why don't we just come together?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just come together? I mean, because just from an event standpoint, getting 3 people on the event everywhere you go,
yeah,
they're gonna be like, that's a lot of people. So I was like, why don't we just come together and make music together?
Okay.
Prayed about it, came back the next day, said it was cool. And then that's how we started going strong after that as them Royalty Boys.
So did y'all get any slack because you did Christian hip hop? Did you get like slack with that from other churches or other places?
Now, that's one thing I've got to say that we used to always wonder about. I'm not going to say worry. We used to wonder about sometimes, but it seems when we went to Christian churches, they was pretty mostly accepting of it.
Okay.
Can't really think of a time where it wasn't, where we was just like, boy, they didn't like that.
Yeah.
But
I
think you gotta be versatile.
Okay.
I think just as an artist, you gotta be versatile. And man, you know that. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
But you gotta assess where you're going when you go in there.
Yeah.
And you gotta be versatile on what you're gonna do and
Yeah.
pray about it and know what you want to do when you get in there. So
yeah.
Jumping for Jesus wasn't allowed everywhere. You're like, y'all tearing up the church.
Okay. Yeah, that was a turn. That's on that turn. So with you being a Royalty Boy, actually where did the name come from?
Man, what's that verse? Chosen generation, 2 Peter, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's that Bible verse, a royal priesthood. And we just we was royalty at first.
Okay.
We was royalty at first.
It's like an R&B group.
Yeah.
Right. The name was actually taken already. And so, of course, Mark, being who he is, came in and was like, what about them Royalty Boys?
Yeah.
And then I was like, a nice little ring to it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, my boy Mark, that's my boy. I'm gonna be 100 though. I don't call and text and do all that like I supposed to, man. I be super busy, and that's no excuse. I told him that too, but at the same time, that's my boy, man. We from the same neck of the woods, from that south side. So, it's when I met him, I found out he knew some of the people I knew and all that stuff, and just his whole lingo. I knew, you know what I'm saying, he was real, knew he was about business. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that, truly. Shout out to him. I remember one day we was riding to an event, and he was like, yeah, I know Chosen, man. They from my side of the wood. I mean, I'm talking about we used to roll with the same folks.
Yeah,
I was like, for real?
And it's so crazy we roll with the same people, but didn't even roll running to each other. It's so crazy. Yeah, with me with Elder Jones. Yeah,
that's the funny thing.
Like, yeah. So
Chosen famous.
Not
by chosen, but you famous.
But yeah, man, me and him, we the same neck of the woods, and I knew just by talking to him, you could talk to people, man, and you can read people. Some people when they just when they lying or when they whatever. And he always been the same laid back. Yeah. Even when y'all would turn, he just laid back. I'm sitting here like, hold on, man. Yep. We turned in the church. I'm like, this is the first time we hear the song. We turned in the church.
I ain't gonna lie, like honestly, like when I first seen y'all, I thought he was like one of them folks that's like, I ain't finna really do this. Like, I'm too cool for this type of junk. Till I actually talked to him and met him and realized, oh, that's just him.
That's just him.
that just show you like why it's important to talk to people and find them out. But like honestly, I thought he was just one of them folks that was like, man, I ain't feeling this. Like you folks, like you always dancing and jumping and like all the time. Like Kai, he be jumping around and he'll get a little turn, but you like the
you on another level.
Yeah,
you're on another level turn.
And then see you tall too, so you get like pretty much all the attention because you above everybody else in the crowds and stuff. So it's like we just see you.
Yeah.
And then it's like him in the background. He's just like,
I mean, the song could be so turned and he just
like he one of them people you could play a song for.
He's
just gonna stay.
Like, you don't know if it's good or not. Like, should you turn it off or should you keep playing it? Like, is he feeling it?
He'd be like, hey, that was good, man.
And he's like, oh man, okay, cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. He'd be like, hold on, do you really like that? Or you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man,
but he's very calm.
Yeah.
But very straightforward and real.
That's what I like about him. That's what I like about him. And he'd be 100 with me.
Ain't like, no sugar coat around
here. Yeah. Boy, that's one thing I like about him. He's straight up just on point and just like, listen, if I don't like you, I don't like you. If you this, you this, and that's it. And I'm like, yes, we got another one. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to find them. Some people just scared to open their mouth and talk and just tell you how it is. And he don't do it in a disrespectful way. He do it in a respectful way. You know what I mean? So, big ups to Mark, man, and Kyle. Kyle is one of those cats that he just sit to the side and just, you unless you walk up to him and talk to him. I'm gonna say me. Mm-hmm. Unless you sit up and walk to him and talk to him, just walk up to him. You're not gonna really know him. He seemed more chill. You know what I mean? Just more relaxed. And I'm looking at the whole thing and I'm just like, when I got to really know y'all, I'm like, how the heck did they meet each other? Yeah. Mark is super just. And Cal is like, all right, what's up, man? And you just like, woohoo, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. And it's just, but sometimes that's what it takes to make a group. And that's what it takes sometimes for a group to be as tight as they are. Everybody can't be the same, or, you won't have that versatile, that unique style. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And but anyway, want to get to some serious topics. Now, this is where the game began.
All right.
This is where the game began. I'm gonna go into this topic because me and my son was talking about it. Then we're gonna get into some harder ones.
Okay.
Me and my son was talking about this on how I gotta turn my phone down. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta turn that on. But anyway, we was talking about how what it was like, how people wouldn't they don't like.
I know we was talking about music, and we was talking about how Atlanta really holding it down.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Like, not even really Atlanta, just the South, period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we was saying, like, honestly, we don't see music belonging to the West Coast of New York
no more.
Like, yeah, like
not for a while.
It's gonna be a long time.
Yeah. And we were just trying to say, like, you got to listen, and I understand this. You have to listen to be able to understand the culture of what you in. You have to still be able to go out and listen or hear what's going on. in the industry. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when me and him was talking about how we just started talking, and we was talking about how that New York got mad at Trinidad James for saying that he don't see
New York being
New York being, they're not being the New York Mecca, you know what I mean? And they got mad at him. And they got mad because he said it in a city. And I'm like, no one from Atlanta stood up and had Trinidad James back for that. And I'm like, they should have, because he was right. Like, New York where's the style what New York has now? You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a style. And they adapted the drill. But when I say style, I mean what New York used to have. You remember New York, everybody wanted to be like New York. Everybody wanted to spit like New York. It was that it. And now that the game don't evolve from New York, the West Coast to the South, and it don't evolve, now it's like you're mad because somebody spoke. So my thing is, how do you feel about the situation or I'll tell you this. Do you think New York would ever get it back?
Ooh, no.
You know. Okay.
I don't. Okay, look, this is where I'm at now. All right, look, when you DJ, all right, the South is just killing it right now.
Yeah.
Even some people up north are adapting the South style.
Yes, they are.
We said the same thing.
Yes, they are. We said, yeah, we did.
And then if I had to choose the next one, it's going to be West Coast probably, because even there, they have their West Coast sound, but it's still adapting a little bit of that South in there. So right now, specifically, and I'm going to say ATL strong, but the South is dominating the game right
yes,
now.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
And for New York does have their style, but I think that was I like old school, but it's like the old school side of style.
They haven't evolved.
Right.
And even the cats that came out in 2000, the T.I.s and the Ludacris and all them, they came out, they're still irrelevant now. They still come out now, and they song might not be like super major like it.
But it hits though.
But it hits. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Hits.
It hits, and it got major play.
It demands
exactly.
Listening to.
Yeah, and it's like they can't find that. You know what I'm saying? That this is not us talking down on New York, like New York suck or anything like that. It's just I feel like Atlanta should have stood. Well, how do you even feel about that? I just feel like Atlanta should have stood up. And I understand that I don't
even think it should have been Atlanta, period. I think it should have been rap culture, whatever you want to call it. I think it should have been that music platform, period.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about like everywhere's gonna say the same thing. Like, dog, New York, they're not what they used to be.
Yeah.
Like you knew a New York beat when you heard it. It wasn't even like the music. Like you didn't have to have no words.
Yeah.
That beat come on. Okay, that's from New York.
Yeah.
Oh, that beat come on. That's from the West Coast. Like, that's a Cali thing.
Yep.
So it's like, even that, it's like, it's not original anymore. Like y'all took from the UK and Australia when they did the drill, and you trying to make it your own, but it's like, we still see where you got it from.
Exactly.
Some people might, because if they're not really into music, it's like, oh, that's New York right there. But in reality, it's like, nah, they kind of bit that from somewhere overseas. So it's like, I feel like music, period, like music producers, the industry, whatever you want to call it, I feel like they should have said something to them.
Yeah, but I definitely hear what you're saying. But when you attack a soldier that's a part of
now that from that perspective, then
your culture,
Atlanta.
I think Atlanta should have stood up and said, okay, listen, he's right. He probably shouldn't have, which I still don't see nothing wrong with that, but he probably shouldn't have went in New York and said that and stood on stage like he was just a man. But at the same time, what he was saying was true. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
what he was saying was true.
Yeah.
I'm not debating that at all.
Yeah. I know where you finna hit. I know where you finna go at. But go ahead.
But is it the person who said it? And don't get me wrong, because that song, whatever that in my chain gold
all in my chain.
Here's my thing.
It was hit.
If you allow him in, you have to respect his opinion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
remember, and even in school, if you hung around those type of cats that was lame or considered lame, if you hung around them, you didn't just hang around them and then they couldn't say nothing. They still was able to say something. They still had some type of opinion on something.
You know what?
Go ahead.
The thing I think, because that just brought it like to my mind. I just thought about that because I never thought about it like that. I think because he was kind of new to the game.
That's what it was. Yeah,
that's what I feel like. If I would have said something,
then
they would have took it a little bit different. Like,
but see, hold on. T.I. did say something. Not about that. He came and said something. This was probably about a year ago. This was last year when he was talking about how Atlanta was on top and that Atlanta hold it down longer than New York. And he was with Fat Joe. He was on the thing with Fat Joe.
Yeah.
And some New Yorkers got upset because he said it. Now him and Busta Rhymes was playing and, had, they look in and out, but it was more of like a play thing.
Yeah.
But some artists took offense to it.
Yeah,
but they didn't take, I know what you're saying. They didn't take offense it was him.
Trinidad James.
Yeah. And I think because Trinidad James was considered that goofball.
Yeah.
Of
because he kind of like not in a way stole Ludacris style, but he had that kind of character. Because when you watch the Ludacris video, it was funny, but entertaining. So it's like with Trinidad James, that's kind of how his was. It's this dude with his wild hair, this silky button down, just having fun, talking about his chains and stuff like that. So I feel like
but he didn't have the rap ability that Ludacris.
That's what it was. And if he had the rap ability, maybe they would have took it. But at the same time, I just feel like, this is me, I just feel like every artist from all the way down to Vanilla Ice has an opinion about the hip hop world, and their opinion counts because they was in it.
Absolutely.
It's just like if you was, I don't give a care if you sold 12,000 keys, or if you sold one, or if you only sold a cookie, or if you only sold a half or zip, you still sold. You get what I'm saying? You still was a drug boy. You still was a drug dealer. You might have not been
top
dog, but you still seen the things that other drug dealers seen. You get what I'm saying? So just because you only sold dimes and I sell nicks or ounces don't make me no different than you. Only thing is the money is different, but at the same time, we still are doing the same thing and still taking that risk. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, I just really think like, I see what they're talking about, but at the same time, I feel like he had, you let him in. So because you shouldn't have let him in. And because you let him in, he had the opportunity and he had the, he could speak. So that's how I feel.
It wasn't wrong though.
It wasn't wrong. He told the truth. I think that's what they didn't like. He told the truth. But it is what it is. On another note, what's up with how do you feel? I asked Elder Jones this last week, and I like to ask every Christian artist I'm gonna ask this. So you come on here, be prepared for it. How do you feel about? There's two things I want to ask. One, how do you feel about the shootings, the police shootings, and the police on black or whatever you want to call it, white on black? They try to make it a white on black, which I don't see other cops of other colors do the same thing. But how do you feel about it?
You done brought me on this show.
Yeah.
All right now.
Now you can plead the fifth.
No, I ain't pleading the fifth.
I'm just messing with you. No, we ain't gonna let you plead the fifth. We were gonna let you.
First, let me start off by saying this. I love everybody.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't take what I'm about to say in the wrong way. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real now.
All right.
My wife know. Okay. You done brought me on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Now, not every situation is this way. Not every situation. But a lot of situations, to me, you got to think about what you do before you do it.
I'm with you. I'm looking at him because he don't say the same thing. But go ahead.
Okay. I know. I'm not saying all of them were this way because some of them they was wrong. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one.
Yeah.
For no reason should you have your knee on somebody's neck that long.
You're right.
Okay, just that's not right.
Yeah.
Okay. But another situation, if they told you to stop, why didn't you stop?
Exactly.
That's what I agree with.
If they told you to stop, why did you stop? Now, here's why I'm gonna give you an example of why I feel this way.
Okay.
All right. In case y'all didn't know, I teach.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got some kids sometimes who just don't do what you ask them to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I told you to stop.
Yeah.
But you kept doing it.
Exactly.
There's gonna be consequences if you keep doing it.
Amen.
Okay. So when I stop you, all right, I tell you to stop, then you like, why you got me like this? Why you got me like? I told you to stop.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna go so far to put my foot on your neck.
Yeah.
But I am going to stop you.
Yeah.
Now, some situations, I'm gonna give you one. Okay, I'm gonna go with one that was recent. All right, because I don't know how I feel about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Homegirl who had the knife.
Yeah.
And she was going at the person.
Yeah.
Okay. So me and my wife were talking about it. She was like, well, what would you have done? And I was like, well, I'm not sure the taser would have got there fast enough.
Exactly.
And the other girl, nobody says this to me, but the other girl, I'm sure she's quite happy.
Dang right she is.
Because
if
not,
she would have been dead.
She might not be here.
Exactly.
But then there's the other thing, like, did you have to shoot?
Yeah.
But from one of the officers I work with at my school told me, apparently you only have 7 seconds to figure out.
That's right.
You only have 7 seconds.
And that's too long. Honestly, that's 7 seconds is too long.
I was about to say in that predicament, shoot, it took him like 2 seconds.
Boom, boom.
Because she had already got the girl on that grind. She was going right at the other girl. By the time she got her on the ground, he asked, what's going on? What's going on? She turned around with a knife.
And then there's another situation going on too on the other side, because if you watch it, there's another guy kicking another girl in the head.
Yeah.
So you walked into that situation.
Yeah, and don't know what's going on. That one gunshot, 2, 3 gunshots gonna shut everybody up, make them freeze. But you know, go ahead, Dodo.
But this is what I'm saying. This is my feeling on it. Okay. If they tell you to stop, stop. Now, here's where we get into the blurred lines. Why are you telling me to stop? That's when the line starts to get a little blurry for me.
Okay.
But the reason it gets blurry is because it's like you're telling me to stop because you want to oppress me. But I don't always believe it's oppression. I don't always believe that.
Okay.
But if they tell you to stop.
Yeah.
Don't go in and here's another one. Don't go in and take the taser off of them.
Yeah.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah. A lot of people ain't liking what you saying. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. See, that's what I believe in. Forget all what you think. If it's truth, it's truth.
I mean, if I'm standing next to you, and you got something, and I come at you, I expect you to defend yourself.
That's right.
But I don't want y'all to think that I'm completely. I love my black people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight for my black people.
Yeah.
Here it is. I'm gonna sum it up just like this.
Okay.
The number one thing I live my whole life on that my grandma always told me: do good, be good, good will come back to you. So before you do anything, make sure it's good.
That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
If it's not good, what you doing it for? So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Now, and I'm 100% with you on that. Now, everything that you said, I am with you. What I do not agree with is, and I'm playing this role because it has happened to me, but I do agree with everything you're saying. I promise you I do. You know, I don't want people to be like, because, you know, but anyway, what I don't agree with, and I got to speak up for those people that walks out the door, get pulled over, and now you're scared because you don't know if you're going to make it home.
Check this out. It happens.
Yeah.
I got pulled over after a DJ event one time. I've never done anything truthfully just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Had my speakers in the car, pulled over. It's about 1 a.m. in the morning. I had just bought a house.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked, what you doing out this late? So I was like, just bought a house. My wife moved in the house. She wasn't my wife at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, so why you not at the house? I said, well, and I knew this was going to sound crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I'm not married yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to stay with my wife right now.
Yeah.
I'm going back home. I was still staying with my parents.
Yeah.
Going back home to my parents. Mm-hmm. So then he asked me to step out the car.
Mm.
And I'm just be honest, my mind went to running. I'm like, what you telling me to step out the car for?
Exactly.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. What you telling me to step out the car for?
Exactly.
So then I'm like, they said, Jesus, I stepped on out the car.
Mm-hmm.
You walking around, can I check your car? I'm like, no more rights. No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you wanted to, but I don't know, you might put something under my car. I don't know.
Exactly.
Right. But no. So then he goes back to his car, looks up. I'm standing outside trying to figure out what's going on. Comes back, says, it sounds like you smell a little hint of marijuana in your car. I was like, looking at him, I'm like, dude, I ain't never smoked a day in my life. You got the wrong one.
Yeah.
So he was like, where you been today? So I'm like, I went to the park. I did a DJ event. Somebody could have been, at the park doing that, but I can assure you I haven't. Make a long story short, he ended up letting me go.
Mm-hmm.
But to this day, I still sit there and wonder, and he pulled me over because my light was out.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was out. I needed to get it fixed. I was getting it fixed the next day, but I'm not going to lie. I was a little scared that day.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. You pull me out. I ain't got nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
So I do agree. Some people may step out and just get looked at and get pulled over just off the way they might look or for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
That I want to make that clear. Not right at all.
Yeah.
Not right at all.
Yeah.
But even then, for me in that situation when I got pulled over, I did what I was told, but I also wasn't finna be doing nothing stupid like taking off running.
Yeah, exactly.
Grabbing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but
but that's it's like, and that's my thing. Like, I get into it with other people, and I tell them just like you got to look at it from different point of views. You know what I mean? Like what you saying is right, but for me to get pulled over because I got dreads,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or for me to be pulled over because I'm a little darker or whatever. I don't give a dog if you white. I don't care if you Chinese. I don't care what you are. But to be pulled over, and then we had this thing where it's like, are you supposed to let your rights be violated or do you stand up? Because see, this is what people say. A lot of people are like, well, why don't you just do what they say do? But at the same time, if Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, all them would have did what they was told to do, we wouldn't be in the position that we in now. You get what I'm saying? So I look at the situation that I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, how do you pick or when do you pick the right time to stand up for your rights? You know what I'm saying? Like to stand up and say, okay, we know you violating.
Mm-hmm.
I know you violating. And no, I'm not going to do this because you're violating. Get your supervisor.
Absolutely.
Do this, do that. So when do you think that that's a time that we should do? Because I feel like this. I feel like you should do almost everything you possibly can if it's just you on this road. First of all, like I tell my wife, we ain't pulling over unless we in a place where everybody can see. You know what I mean? Only one time we did this a long time ago, and that's something, and I was, boy, whew. But never again we pull over somewhere where he even got mad and say, why didn't you pull over when I hit the lights? Like, because I didn't feel safe,
mm-hmm.
And we didn't. But at the same time, like I said, that's the only time I think that you should just be like, yes, no, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Turn it to the young little boy or something like that, because just to make it home.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like certain people, and it ain't just black, but I feel like certain people overstep their self when it's like, okay, if I'm telling you no, get your supervisor, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do all the cussing and all to be disrespectful just to be disrespectful.
But
you
I
get what I'm
think
saying?
they feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. I didn't say that to make you feel some type of way.
Exactly.
It's legitimately get your supervisor.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the person who's saying get your supervisor. See, well, because I don't see a lot of young kids, and I want to try and I just said I didn't see a lot of young black kids, like, not even just young, older males. When they feel like they got the up on the cops, they get super disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it don't take all that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, now you're being a butthole to try and antagonize. Like, I don't feel like a cop should be a butthole to get what he need. And I don't feel like, because you think you got to up on the cops, you should be a butthole. I think you should meet each other with respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's, look, I understand what you're saying, sir, but I don't feel this is this. Can you please get your supervisor? I'm not talking anymore. Case closed. But you don't have to go out the way. You pig, you this, you that, you that. Like, what do you think gonna happen? Because they are human, just the same way you human.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, what do you think gonna happen when you antagonize certain things? And I'm again, I am with everything you said, but at the same time, again, I still look at it like we still have to, because if I'm in the streets, right, and I'm switching it, my mind just switched just then. If I'm in the streets, right, I run the streets. I expect for you, my son, if y'all was in the street, to come get me if I'm on your territory, or if I'm doing things that I shouldn't be doing, if I'm banging, if I'm selling dope, if I'm doing whatever and it's in your territory. I expect to see robbers coming to get me, you know, because I'm living that life.
Mm-hmm.
But cops are supposed to be upstanding citizens, supposed to be. So when I pull over, I'm just expecting, okay, get this ticket. Whatever I did, I'm gonna get this ticket, and then we're going about our business. Not to be pulled out the car, beat up, knee on the neck, punched in the face, shot. And I'm not expecting that. And I think that's the problem that we have now, is that when we get pulled over by cops, we don't know if we're gonna make it home or not. And it's like, do you become super aggressive to protect yourself? Or do you just continue to let things go and then you end up getting killed? Or you can just end up going home. You know what I'm saying? But it's a slippery slope.
It's very slippery slope. And there's a lot of points to what you just said that I just thought about. Right. First off, if you got into the job, this from a cop's perspective, we expect you to be respectful. You know the job, you know what comes with the job.
Exactly.
Okay. Some people are going to be disrespectful.
That's right.
But you have to stay in your place.
That's right.
And I heard you, people are human.
Yeah.
They are human. So sometimes they get upset. But I mean, I think about it from a teacher standpoint. Some kids are going to act crazy. But I can't go up and just be like, boy, what you say to me? I can't do that.
Yeah.
But
there's some teachers that do.
Yeah.
But I can't do that.
Or you fired.
As a teacher,
and probably locked up.
Yeah. I knew what I was getting into when I got into that.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side to what you said with, you know, if the person has the upper hand, sometimes people are like that. I got the upper hand, you can't do nothing with me.
Yeah.
But I think that comes to back to being humble too.
Yes.
But I am going to bring this part up. And I don't have an answer for this one. I'll go ahead and say that. I think we're at a point to where we're going to have to figure out how to get everybody to be respectful and do the right thing.
Yeah.
But is that really going to happen though?
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I say it like this. You're always going to have people being disrespectful, whether it's cops or whether it's whoever. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But it's our job to see. I feel like this. I feel like, and this is going back, flipping it. I feel like the church in general has become scary.
Mm.
They're very scary. The church that has built this foundation with the mega churches and it ain't even got to just be mega churches. It could just be the church or church just sitting over. They've become so scary because they sit in the church and they just have church. And then they leave and go home. And then they come and talk about what was on the news or what was going on. And then they, oh Lord, oh Lord. This is where the problem lies. The problem lies with us as Christian artists. Because some of us, I ain't gonna say all, some of us left the church or won't go back to church because of something that happened with the church. And my thing is, if something has happened with the church, then that should open your eyes to say, I got to do better. Most of us, and I ain't gonna say most, and I know this for a fact, please don't make me call out no names or these type of people, but I know some that gets to a point where when they leave the church, they feel like you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They don't want to hear nothing because they've been church hurt. You get what I'm saying? So they don't want to hear it. And that's the problem because us as Christian hip hop, we're supposed to be on the front line. I feel like it because we are the ones that it actually came from that lifestyle. I'm not saying that the church, some of the people in the church didn't come from that lifestyle, but they have become so churchy that they fear now. It's more of a fear. You get what I'm saying? Or it's more of a, I want to be politically correct. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, when I feel like it start with us as Christian artists to start coming together and showing a united and stop everybody trying to be this. And then we show the church how to move, because the church can't go and talk to a hood dude like you could, or not even this. I couldn't come somewhere and talk to certain people in school like you could. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to show me, okay, we're gonna come to the school and we want to talk. What is it that I shouldn't do that's gonna turn these kids' heads? What is it that I should do that's gonna get these kids' attention? Yeah. But we are afraid to ask you because now it's like, I don't know nothing. And I'm the pastor and I'm the leader. And we can't, that's the problem. We want to be the leader, but not be able to be taught. That's another thing we're talking about. We want to be the leader, and we want to be the leader so much that we can't be taught
how to follow
or how to learn new tricks. Yeah. We have to learn how to learn new tricks. It's just like this. I say this all the time. It's the same way as fishing. You cannot go to every lake and fish the same way. You can't. If you show me, if you can go to the lake and fish the same way, I give you $1,000. You just can't. You can't. You gotta find. You're gonna catch a fish differently almost every time. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's with a barber, whether it's on the bottom, whether it's tight line, whether it's skipping, whether it's moving, whether it's jumping, whether it's jigging, whatever it is, you're gonna catch them differently. So don't come to me telling me that you know everything, because you still gotta. If you've been in this lake before, I'm gonna say, what is it that they're eating?
If you were smart, you would.
Exactly. If I was smart, and if I really want to catch fish, and if I really wanted to have a good dinner and to be able to learn something, I would ask you, and not feel like I'm belittling myself because I'm asking
that's
someone.
Where being humble comes in.
Exactly.
Too,
exactly.
Like, you're supposed to be a humble leader.
Exactly.
First and foremost, like before anything else. Like, if you're gonna be a leader, you got to be a humble leader.
Yeah, you do.
You got to be able to be taught.
Yeah.
Know how to listen.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff coming into play. But people want to be a leader so bad and don't understand what that role really is.
Yeah.
Like everything that come with it is just, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We can talk about this for like a long time.
Well, for real.
Into this.
So, but my thing is with you, why is it? Two things, and then I'll get back to the other question that I want to ask too, but two things. Why is it that the church have become so scary or won't go out there in them streets? And why is it that the Christian, or do you feel that the Christian, first of all, I'll let you answer this. Why is it that you think that the church has become scary, or because the church used to be on the front line. They used to be up front, ready for war.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not like that anymore. So do you have an insight on that?
Mm. One word I'm gonna say is complacency.
Yeah.
I think the church can get very complacent. I'm good. Everything good my way.
Yeah.
Not really worried about what else is going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you laugh, Bobby, wait. Hey, this is now for real, man.
No,
I'm telling you, so come with it. Come with it.
Something that I noticed. Okay. And I get it right now, the times we in now. All right. But even before now, all right, you say, or one of the things my pastor used to say, which is my grandma, how many of you brought someone to church today? 2 people stand up. 1 person stands up.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, we got to get out here. We got to bring people, just ask them to come. But I think we're so complacent, or we're just good where we are, or we get in conversation. We don't really go out and talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, go somewhere and just bring up Jesus. They're going to probably look at you like you're crazy.
Boy, like, what? You know, you ain't supposed to talk about that.
So I think we've gotten to a place where the church is scared. We'll talk about it in the church, but scared to actually just talk about Jesus in conversation.
And that shot's fired.
I feel like
that shot's fired.
Like some of them don't have a real relationship with Jesus.
That's the second part I was going to say.
Because I mean, he don't give us the spirit of fear. So it's like if you understand that and you really truly believe in God, you gonna be able to go out there and be like, man.
But if you're not in that word, if you don't know what you're talking about, you might be scared to go out there.
Exactly. Yep. Because you're scared to get either humiliated, or you scared because you don't know what you're really talking about and you don't know if you really believe in it.
But this is my thing, even with that. Even if you're a babe, it still don't hurt to tell somebody about a babe in Christ.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You might not know everything. But then that's another reason I think, and I know every church ain't the same, but I think that's another way that the church should play a part.
Yeah.
If I told somebody about Christ and they are biting, they want to know more, I might not be able to tell you, but I know somebody who can.
Yeah.
That go another thing.
Bring them to your plug. Put them
exactly.
on. Put them on.
That go another thing. The church had become, the church is like drug dealers now. And I'm going to tell you why. That one person want to be the one to make the play instead of bringing them to the plug. You get what I'm saying? They want to be the one to get that money up under the person who taught them how to get the money. So they want to sideline him, and they want to make plays over here. Then they mess around and mess up the whole thing. And I think that's what happened with the churches now. Like everybody want to be able to tell somebody how to do, but don't know how to tell them because you ain't been there. How could I tell a drunk man how to stop being drunk if I've never been a drunkard or alcoholic in my life? If I've never been a drug user in my life, how could I tell you? You get what I'm saying? If I've never felt depression or never felt suicidal or anything that we deal with, if I've never been there, how could I let me take you to somebody who I know came from that. Absolutely. And see if they can help you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's one thing about us. We're not afraid to throw the luggage on someone else. We're not. And it might sound bad, but I'm like, my thing is, if I ain't dealt with anger issue, then you finna go talk to him. You get what I'm saying? Because he dealt with anger issues. If I dealt with gangbanging. So yeah, come to me. Come on, let me. I'm gonna tell you how to get up out this thing. I'm gonna try and help you. I dealt with other things, but if there are things that I did not deal with, why am I trying to do that instead of taking you to someone? It don't matter if it's not the same church and y'all have different belief. Your same goal is Jesus. Your same goal is to get saved. Your same goal is to love on people. Listen, God, and maybe I'm wrong, but if I'm not right, didn't Jesus or God write a letter to 7 different churches 7 different. I think it's like 7 different.
It was 7 different.
7 different ones, right?
Mhm.
So if it was 7 different ones, you ain't the only one that's right. You get what I'm saying? I always throw this out there because people always want to holler. You know how it is. If you don't believe the way they believe, then you ain't the one. You know, you don't. I don't think they say because they don't wear dresses, or they don't wear hats over their head, or they don't have long hair, or her skirt is a little bit too tight, or because they don't shout, or they not. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't speak in tongue, or they don't do this, or they don't. Listen, God deal with people on a different level. Everybody he don't deal the same way. And my thing is, my goal, you got a different, I guarantee you, if me and you talk, there's something you believe that I don't believe. Absolutely. And there's something I believe that you don't believe. But that's not the issue, because God is dealing with you on that level, and he's dealing with me on this level. Now, yes, I will go and go, hey, God, if I'm supposed to do this, help me. Show me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not just gonna knock it because you said something, but at the same time, that's not gonna stop me from going out and trying to save souls with you. You get what I'm saying? And that's where the problem lies. The church is, man, the church is just like a liquor store now. They on every corner, and they don't even know each other.
It's probably more churches than it
corner.
is liquor
It's
stores.
one right here, and next door there's another one.
That's what I'm talking about. And they don't even know each other. They don't even, we don't ran into churches. We be like, shoot, we're going to go over there and talk. Oh, no, we don't even know them. We never been over there. So now I can't tell you how they are because we never. What do you mean? Aren't y'all here for the same thing?
It's your neighbor.
It's your neighbor.
I stay next door.
And this is what I'm saying. Like us is, and it's like, to me, it's like it's bleeding over into the Christian hip hop world, because we do the same thing. We have little cliques and little schisms and things that we kick it with. And just because we get along, trust and believe me, because I'm not finna sit here and let you be sleeping with a woman and I know you married, or I know you ain't supposed to be doing that. I'm gonna call you out. But because your clique allow it and your clique is cool with it, that's why you'll continue to hang with them and won't come over here. And then you'll say, I'm too churchy. I'm too churchy. I'm the Christian police, because I'm saying, no, I'm gonna speak up when it's wrong. And now I'm talking about the stuff that's in the Bible that's plain, that tells you what you shouldn't do and should do. I'm gonna speak up on that, right? But that's the problem. The Christian, and that's why they won't allow Christian hip hop to I guess hit it like it's supposed to be. Because I really do think Christian hip hop can go on a whole nother level if they allow it. But the problem is, us as Christian hip hop artists are so bitter and don't ever want to be taught better. And we always want that one person, always want to be the one to say, I put this together. Instead of just saying, hey, we came together and put this together. Hey, who had something to do with it? Oh, it was like 15 of us. No. If my head ain't on the top of it, then, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I think is super wrong with the Christian hip hop. But now to get to this right here, how do we as Christian hip hop? So how do you feel? Why do you think we segregated? And how do we get that out of the Christian hip hop world? What do you think it'll take? And first of all, why do you think we segregated? Then you can answer the other one. See, I'm coming with questions, man. I come with these questions that, like, these are questions that I need answered, because I be want to know what artists think. And I try to get different answers from different artists, because now that you know these things, or you think you know these things, or whatever, why don't we do something about it? You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still like to know what artists thinks, what they think about this and how they feel about it.
I think it's a little bit of what you said.
First of all, do you see any segregation? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. So now, why do you
speak on something you don't see?
Exactly. So now, if you see it, why do you think we're segregated?
Well, part of it, I think this is the lesser of the two. It's still a big one though, but I think beliefs. I don't think everyone believes the same.
Yeah,
which is true.
Yeah, true all the way around.
But I think you have to come to an agreement of that Jesus is the goal.
That's it.
So somehow you got to be able to work together.
That's it.
Now, you may, on the side have your conversations, which I think is actually good. If you can come with the word and scripture and back it up and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that's good. But that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
That's the first part.
Yeah.
Second part is I just really think that and I can't say that I know this, but I'm looking at some people and I'm like, you just really want to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just really want to be seen. Now,
I got to do that because if you felt like we talking about you, then we talking about you. For real.
And I'm not even.
I'm just saying.
Think of some folks.
I can too, but I'm just saying.
That was just in general.
That's in general. There's a lot of people that just want to be seen. They're not really ministering. They're not really.
And you know what? What are you really doing it for?
What you really in it for?
Go.
What you really in it for?
Because if it was really just to
I want to say this. I'm glad he brought that up. Mark called me. That's why I love that dude, man. For real. Mark hit me up. He was like, I did this song. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I did that song, boy, I got a lot of negativity.
Well, what?
And I got a lot of people that went from hands up to like, I don't remember him no more. Cause they took it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
They thought I was dissing or thought I was, calling them out. And I was calling you out, but I was asking you what you in it for. We need to reevaluate ourselves.
But if you was in it for the right reason, it would have bothered you.
Exactly. Facts. I even put my people up there. I put even myself up there. If you look, it wasn't a shot like, hey, royalty boys, what you in it for? Because I don't see y'all doing. No, it was me to ask us because I felt like when I entered the Christian world, I thought it was gonna be different. I thought people was gonna be like open arms, love. Then it's worse than that.
Yeah,
it's worse than and I'm like, this is what the people got to come to. They don't want to be a part of this. I understand. But Mark, man, he hit me up. He goes. He hit me up. He said, hey, Chosen. I was like, who this? He's like, this Mark. I didn't have his number at first. And he's like, this Mark. I was like, oh, what's up, man? What's happening? He like, shoot, nothing, chilling, man. I got a couple of questions to ask.
You gonna be straight up.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
what I like about
I was like, what's up? He was like, man, we good.
That sounds just like him.
I was like, what you mean? No, we good. He was like, cuz, man, I seen your video, man, and I seen us up there, and I was just trying to make sure. I said, dog, that was not about you as a diss. I said that was about us as a whole. It was about us, it was about everybody, including myself, to reevaluate ourselves and to see what we really, because we'll get sidetracked. Sometimes when you get a little money, you be like, oh, shoot, you mean to tell me I can make $300-400 every show? Shoot, bet. We get sidetracked. You get what I'm saying?
Artist, I think you should reevaluate yourself consistently. Over and over. I do it all the time. Am I doing this for the right reason?
Yeah,
exactly.
That comes with being a Christian.
Exactly.
You gotta kill that flesh
daily. So he came to me. He was like, man, I know me and you cool, but I just want to make sure. And I said, dog, let me tell you something, man. You are the realest dude that I don't see. You know what I'm saying? I said, because nobody else would come and hit me up that just felt a certain way. Either they was like, man, I'm cool, and they stayed the same, or they became bitter. Mm-hmm. And instead of them hollering at me and saying, hey, what's up? They just decided to scoot on over and be bitter. And I'm like, dog, you the realest dude. Like, you one of the realest dudes that I know, because you came and you hollered at me and you want to see what the bidding was like. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that so much, because it was no beef. It was nothing. You came to me because I feel like the same way. If I feel a certain way, I'm coming to holler at you.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't talking on no phone, none of that. I'm coming face to face. And it ain't about no punking you out in it. It's about, people become a certain person when they're on the phone. They can be whoever they want on the phone. What I mean by that is they can become angry or hard on the phone, or they can say they didn't mean it. Your body language tell it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always taught to look at body language, read body language, read. Because you can be sitting here with a straight face and be lying your butt off. Absolutely. I was taught to read that body language. So my thing is that's why I talk to people up front, face to face. We talking. That phone stuff, you know, I'll let you know this, that. But when it comes to something serious, and I feel like it's a problem, we gotta holler. You know what I mean? And Mark hit me up. He's like, bam. So I respect him, and everybody else acted sideways or acted a certain way. And then when we seen each other, they want to talk about it then, or say something then, and then, or not even. No, hold on. Did they even say something? Yeah, they want to say something then, and then act like everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? And still act a certain way now. They know who I'm talking about. A lot of them know who I'm talking about. But that's not about that. I'm just saying when he brought that up, I just want to talk about how Mark, you know, this is why I know them royalty boys is what they are, because you hang around that type of person. So I know you like that. You get what I'm saying?
Just side note, real quick.
I
remember when it came out, and we look at it, we like, whoa. And then I remember Mark, it really wasn't like much of a conversation. He was just like, I'll call him and ask him.
Yeah.
Like,
and he called me. He hit me up with like,
but, I mean, that's just the way he is.
Yeah.
That's one thing I did like. I like being in the group.
Yeah.
We hiatus right now. It's coming back. Trust
Yeah.
me. But but you just learn from different people
Yes, you
as
do.
you go along.
Yes, you do.
And one thing I learned from him is just say what you want to say.
That's it.
You
as long as it's respectful, you good.
Right.
Yeah.
You good. Why are you acting like a punk right now? Like, pull me to the side. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna pull you to the side. We're gonna talk. I'm not gonna disrespect you in front of nobody. I'm gonna pull you to the side. Now, if you get loud, it's a different story. But what I'm saying is, I pull you to the side. Hey man, listen. You know, when you did this, blase, blase, when you did that, blase,
and it goes
blase.
straight just like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, like with this man, like honestly, I can say, like, it be times where I'll be watching him, he'll grab somebody, or he even do it to me, and he do it just like that. It don't be like, bro, what you doing? Like, not. It'd be just how he's. All right, look, what's going on, man? What's up? Like,
yeah.
What we need to talk about?
It don't change.
I swear it don't.
It don't change. Like, I'm not like, cause
it don't.
listen, and I tell people this: I never in my life feared no man. I have never. I've got my butt whooped, so don't think that I ain't never got whooped in no fight. I still don't fear no man, and I dodge bullets. So you think now that I got God backing me, that I'm gonna fear you even? Man, I'm on another level now. I'm a Super Saiyan right now. You know? Yeah, I'm a Super Saiyan. Like, I really don't fear you now, because my thing is, I'm never gonna be disrespectful. That's one thing about me. I'm very big on respect. But I want to tell you how I feel. And I'm not gonna fear, because the problem is if it's my time, it's my time. Ain't nothing I can do about that. There's nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying? You could be the softest guy in the world and still get killed. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even studying that. But that's my thing. Like, when Mark came to us like that, it was just like, I was like, okay, he forever got my love. He got my love. And I ain't even got, like, he hit me up. If he ever hit me up and tell me he needs something, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I am there. Like I said, I'm not good with texting and all that stuff. But trust me, when I say I'm with you, I'm with you. And my thing is that he did that. But no one else did that. I think it was one more person I want to say did that.
I felt like it was one more.
I think it was one more man that did that.
You told us about Mark.
Yeah,
but
I told y'all about Mark.
Like
but I think it was one more person that hit me up and asked me. I don't know who it was. I'll think about it later and mention them. But that was it. Everybody else got super bitter. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just wanted to go on that rant right there, because he brought that up, and you were part of the Royalty Boys. So I want to bring that up about Mark and how y'all came and just like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, hey, y'all at me. But anyway, but yeah, how do you think that, why you think we so separate? I mean, I know you said that, but what else? Or do you have anything else?
I think that's a big part. Folks want to be seen.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, I got to be in the front. If I'm not in the front, then what am I doing it for? But then also, I think some people,
that's it.
Some people, that's why I said what you really in it for.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, for me personally, I'm a grind. Okay. But honestly, and this is God honest truth, if I don't make it, I'm cool with just talking to the few little crowds or one person and singing my music to them if it gives them some joy, because that's mainly what I do music
Trust
for.
me, it do.
Yeah.
So
you got that music, man, for real.
So
yeah,
appreciate it, but I've never been that person that's just like, I gotta chase it. I gotta chase it.
Yeah.
I gotta be number one. I gotta be at the top.
Yeah.
And I think you do have some people that are like that. Now, if I get to the top, that's great.
Yeah.
If that's what the Lord has in place. But I don't know if you notice, Chosen. I'm like, okay, I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
There was a video that was done, and you was like, "You not gonna get in there?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm really just chill, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I'm just really
yeah,
chill.
Yeah.
Like, if he want me to, I will. But
Yeah.
I'm just.
It ain't gotta be. My face ain't gotta be everywhere. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm okay with being in the background.
That's how I am.
So
That's exactly how I am.
Yeah. Yeah, you is.
I know a lot of folks, even with what y'all said earlier, I look like the person that's jumping around and all crunk and stuff, but
outside of
really,
that, you chill.
If you really had a conversation with me, Mark joke about it all the time. They think you the one to go talk to, but you really probably the most quiet.
Honestly, though, because if
That's
you pay
crazy.
attention, right?
That's crazy.
And I promise you, I'll be paying attention to it because I'll see you. You'll be jumping, running around, jumping. Once you put that mic down, it's just like, what's up, man? You turn into Mark a little bit.
But if you come talk to me,
or you can talk to you.
Or if I feel the need to come talk to you, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people want to be seen.
Yeah. So how do you feel that we should? Well, I guess that answers the question, but I'll let you answer. How do we break that, and how do we become a one-man army? How do we bridge that gap?
I feel like it all comes down to that person, though. They got to be willing and be like, okay, I see what you're saying, bro. I see what you're coming from. All right, let's try it. Let's run it.
Yeah.
Don't be offended.
Yeah.
If you're not at this event. Don't be offended if they didn't call you. They just didn't call you for that one.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even say nothing about that one because, boy, you hit that on point.
There are plenty of events.
Yes.
If you can't find one, put your own. Well, if you have the ability to, put your own one on.
Yeah.
But it's not a knock. It's not a pick on. It's just, okay, you just didn't get that one.
Exactly.
So that don't mean treat that person or whoever was over that event some type of way or get mad at them. That's not the goal. The goal is that Jesus get introduced at that event.
Exactly.
Or did somebody hear about him?
Exactly.
Heck, if you want to be there so bad, won't you go support?
Exactly.
And maybe they might notice this guy is always supporting.
He hit that one. He hit that one.
Boy.
Now, you can't just sit at home and think somebody just gonna call you.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. We used to come on, and this is not bragging or anything, but when we was touring and we was doing things with people, and we would go on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We out of town doing this all the time. Like, man, listen, let me tell you something.
Litty lit. But we
loved it, but hated it.
Yeah, I was about to say
because it took so much out of you, and people don't understand that everything we did came out of our pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So they used to be like, "Oh, they think they too big." They think, no, it wasn't that. I want to rest and relax. But here's the thing: that I started to realize, man, it might be a Sunday and a Saturday. We ain't got nothing to do. I'd be like, you know what? I don't rest on Friday. I don't have a good rest. Hey, Krista, you know, my wife, do you know, or G, y'all know anybody who doing something this week? We'll go out and support them.
Yeah.
and we get up and go out and support. We try and pull everybody together. Sometimes we can't pull everybody together because everybody has something else doing or they did. But
that's what we did.
We try.
Highlight.
I'm about to say, y'all gonna support.
We try to. But see, that's my.
What did we do? That we did something Saturday morning.
Yeah,
and then we was like, all right, as soon as we get done with this, we're gonna dip and we're gonna head to highlight.
I think we had a show or we had something.
We had something.
We had something going on.
I don't remember exactly, but we was like, we're gonna do this. All right, what we gonna do after that? We ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, highlight throwing an event at the park.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go do that.
Let's go do that.
We went straight.
So my thing is like, that's the problem. Like you can't come out and support on your off days or your days where you chill. You ain't gonna tell me every weekend you performing or you minister, and you ain't gonna tell me every weekend you out of town
unless you at that status.
Unless you at that status.
Some on there,
most of them ain't at that status.
3-4 times out the day.
Yeah, and see, let me explain something. We was, and I'm not, and again, not throwing shots or anything. I'm just trying to show people that we've been there. We was at a point where we was again going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You get what I'm saying? Or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come back home. Man, it was times when we came back and had to leave right back out.
Yeah.
And go drive another 5-6 hours to somewhere else.
Or basketball. Cause I remember I was doing basketball too.
Yeah, he had basketball. So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we still showed up at people and supported people. So you can't tell me that you can't support no one. I ain't asking you for our support because we're gonna turn up regardless for God. But what I'm saying is it starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Nobody can say, not one person, except for a certain group, maybe, but not one person can come and say we don't come out and support. It ain't we don't come out and support because we won't be like, yeah, we support it. No, we come out and support because I want you to understand that we there for you. We on that front line with you. Dog, I promise you, it's times where I don't want to minister. And I ask God to please forgive me for that because he gave me that to do. But I don't want to. I send them, hey, y'all ministering that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So don't trust me. It ain't about no show for me. It's about, and then sometimes God will tell me to shut up and sit down. He don't want me to do nothing. And I'll be like, all right, y'all doing this today. Y'all got this today. So, or it be times where he tell me, no, you're not gonna minister today. This is what I want you to tell them. Yeah. And I do it. I'll tell and sit down. They be like, what are songs? What is that? They yelling for it. God didn't tell me to do that. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is when us as Christian artists has to learn how to take that ego away, like you said, and start supporting and build a bridge to where when we come out so deep, people want to be a part of it. They looking. Cause I know when we was at 30, 40 deep at one time, Made for Christ. And we was at 15, 16. When we came out, but see, people started looking differently, thinking this, that. But anyway, that's something different there. But we would come out deep. And then people would be like, I want to get to know them. I gotta go over here. And people who would not turn up would normally turn up for God. But they wouldn't turn up because it was in a shell and they felt like, man, if I turn up, will people look at me a certain way? Will they do this a certain way? And we come and be like, we tan it, you know what I'm saying? And not throwing it out there like we were just this whatever, but we just turn up because I know what God don't brought me from.
Absolutely.
So this is why I did it. But anyway, the thing was is that that's where you're right. That's where they have to be. They have to be able to come out and support. So
it's not even, I'll put it like this. If I like something you doing, I'm gonna put it up though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not, whether it's Facebook or if somebody come to me, it's been plenty of times, like, especially, at my church, they don't really be paying attention to the CHH, but they know I'm in there. So they be like, yo, what event going on this weekend? And I can immediately say, okay, you can go here, you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. Like, I know this person, they trust me, it's gonna be fun. It's about God, da-da-da-da. But just there's got to be a camaraderie.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm not putting nobody on blast, but like if you don't have that, if you're constantly looking at somebody or you feeling like I'm not at the top or my face is not seen, and it may not be seen for a while.
Yeah.
that's not the point.
Yeah.
But until they can come up with that, you're gonna have that division.
Okay, now 2 more things. One, how do you feel about supporting Black-owned business?
I guess
It's
Just
not a trick
meaning,
question.
it's not a trick question. It's just, what do you?
you?
Okay, put it this way.
I mean, are you saying, am I more in favor of going to a Black-owned business?
Yes, and if you are, why?
I support. Just
see, it's these type of questions.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah,
I don't.
But see, I go ahead.
I guess I was gonna say, we've had people come, like, not even people come on, but like we've talked to people, right? And it's, why would I buy from the white man, or why would I buy here or there when I have these beautiful Black people, these queens and kings and all that stuff? And then be like why not support them? And I mean, and it's like, well, one, some of them, not all of them, because there's been some that I've dealt with myself personally. And it's like, well, like, this is nice, quality, everything nice. But it's like some of them, they'll throw anything together and throw Black-owned business. Is that me?
I don't know.
But they'll throw anything together and be like, this is a Black-owned business, just to get some support. Then you have some people that actually take pride in their craft, and they take their time, and they treat you with respect and everything like that. You got some that is just like bougie and ghetto, honestly.
I'll just give my answer as far as that is concerned. If I like it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
If it looks like crap to me, or if I don't like it, then I'm not going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you are a Black-owned business, if it's fire, it's fire.
Yeah.
Now, if you just put it together and be like, here, buy my stuff because I'm a Black-owned business,
then
I'm like,
no,
okay. How do you feel about? And I know people gonna think that I'm trying to bash or think that I'm bashing Black people or whatever. Here's my thing. I'm not bashing Black people because, boy, trust me, I got some stuff for the other Caucasian and everything else. But here's my thing: is I just don't like when how to put this. I don't like when they sit and feel like, one, the victim, and two, I don't like when they say, oh, you don't support us, but then your customer service suck.
mm-hmm.
Or you on the phone when I'm coming to order something, you sitting on the phone talking to your friend and just standing there, and then I'm supposed to wait till you get done on the phone. You ain't taking no orders, you just on the phone with your friend. And then when I leave, oh, you don't support Black business. Or I hate when people take and go, the first Black woman to do this, the first Black man to do this, because I feel like when other nationalities do it, you get angry and say it's a racial thing. Mm-hmm. But when you do it, you go, it's a pride thing. And it's to me, it's not. It means the same thing that it means with everyone else. If everyone else means the same thing, if it means a racial thing or it's a racial thing with everyone else, then it's the same. It's some type of racial thing going on with you when you have to yell the first Black this, the first. And I'm not saying not making history or nothing like I'm against it, but I'm talking about everything don't have to be the first Black show or the Black or this Black show or these Black shoes or this. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, stop putting Black in front of it and just put. But and the reason why I say this, and I know people are gonna be against it because they like, well, we got to be proud of what we do. But at the same time, to me, it brings segregation. To me, when you do that, when you go first Black-owned store, to me, when I hear it, I'll be like, we only welcome Black people, basically. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what it sounds like when you say that. To me, I don't know what it sounds like to everybody else, but to me, when you put Black in front of something, it don't sound like pride to me, like you happy to be Black and you happy to this. It sounds like, hey, yeah, we did it. And what? You get what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. And my thing is like, why can't other cultures do it? And go the first Mexican or the first Hispanic or the first this or the first that, and then it look racial?
They just do.
Yeah.
That last culture.
Yeah.
They just do.
Do they?
Oh, I'm
Do they?
not trying to be any type of way. They just do. Okay.
Yes.
So that's that. But I think for us, it might have started off as it was the first black thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe now we've gotten to the point where it can kind of be a little redundant.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I'm proud of you for being the first black to do whatever you did. But at a certain point, I think it's just I did it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because I'm black, but I did it. Everybody can't do it.
Real.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real.
And I'm serious about that, man.
When I played college ball, I wasn't like I'm the first black person from Landmark that made it. No, I just did it. I went and played college ball. So, and I didn't make no big deal about that. But then, like my dad said, and I always think about it, but he was like, everybody don't get to play college ball.
Exactly.
So, I mean, be proud of that, but you ain't got nothing to prove.
There you go.
You did it.
You did it. With the grace of God, you did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
But I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But
I'm super proud of you. But I don't think I'm gonna give you my money just because you are black.
Well, back to what you said about the service thing.
Yeah.
My wife, not no more. Her doctor changed her plan, but she was fully vegan.
Yeah.
So she used to go to like these vegan restaurants, and they were like black vegan restaurants sometimes. And I would notice that, in certain ones, the customer service wasn't as great as, say, if you went somewhere else. And but the food was good though. So, I mean, you need to up your customer service, but I'm gonna come back and get this food, even though I got to wait 2 hours. But it's just something that I did notice. It's just like we got to do better at that point.
We do.
So not all of them, but some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you're doing a business, you just have to keep that in mind. No matter what it is, you are offering a service. So you want to offer that service to the best of your ability.
There you go.
And if you don't want to do that, then don't get mad when somebody doesn't come.
Yeah. All right, one more question and then we're finna get out of here.
All right.
As a DJ,
DJ Stoney Stone.
I am making a venture over into that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to want to practice and do some things and learn some things, right?
DJ Cho.
So, yeah, DJ Cho. What I want to ask you, because I asked my wife this. I don't know if you do it or not, but if you do, how do you feel about it? If you don't, how do you feel about it? My question is, as a DJ, do you service everything? All types of genre?
So here's what it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna ask for DJ Stoney Stone here, it's gonna be completely clean.
Mm-hmm.
There is no cussing. There is no form of cussing. If there is some vulgar stuff, because a lot of that stuff now is vulgar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go clean it out.
Yeah.
I've done events where they have seen it, they be jumping around, and then that part comes up, and then it just I try to keep the beat going or whatever, because a lot of them ain't doing nothing but listen to the beat anyways. But,
yeah.
And I try and keep that going. But then they kind of look at me like,
where that part go?
Wait, why you take it out?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, that's what when you got me,
that's what you asked
that's
for.
what I told you I was going to do.
Exactly.
So it does take a little bit more work on my end. But yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the reason why I asked that, because like I told you, I'm venturing over into that. And there's been a lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's been a good bit of people that hit me up like, hey, I want you to come DJ my son this or my daughter this. Man, and I want you to play the latest music or the latest trap music or the latest whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm like, I don't promote anything that's against what God stands for. That's how I feel. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, well, if I take any cuss words or anything that, goes against, if I kind of take more of that out or get the clean version of it and play it, is that cool? Then I said, these are the things that I've battled my head with. Then I said,
all this stuff I've battled myself too.
Okay, then I said, okay, now if I...
Because another side note, they know the song.
That's what I was just going to say. If I play it clean and they're so turned that they're saying the words, and then if the word be like, I don't care about you, F you. But the word actually say the word, and they go, I don't care about you, and they say the word.
Yeah.
Am I defeating the purpose, or am I actually helping promote? At the school.
It happens at the school a lot.
Yeah.
Am I helping promote? Because see, I hate, man, when we was at school and they was playing stuff and they was playing everything. And it's like, dude, how do you tell these kids to stop being violent, but you're pushing the violence on them? And I don't care what nobody say. There is spirits
all in it.
So I'm looking at it like, okay, now if I start playing this music, I could get a lot of gigs for some good money. But am I selling myself short? Am I contradicting myself? As a Christian, I should be against this. And these are the things that I'm fighting with. And I'm trying to see how DJs or certain DJs do it and why they do it and help me, because I'm not against. Okay, I am against it because I feel like no one should be if you're a Christian, you shouldn't be bumping something that goes against what you stand for. It's just like in a gang or anything, or in the army, anything. If you stand for this, why would I let you disrespect this? You get what I'm saying? So that's my thing. But at the same time, maybe you can show me something to enlighten me to say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'm just being too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's my thing. So that's why I asked you, because you're the first DJ that I don't have on here, and I'm gonna have some more. But you're the first DJ, and I just want to know, like, how do you handle that, or what do you do about that? You get what I'm saying? Because this is how I feel. I just feel like as a person, as a Christian artist, I shouldn't. Mike's son to tell you, like, I don't support anything. Like, I feel like he shouldn't put things up that are people who goes against what he believes.
Absolutely.
But that's something him and God. I'm not gonna beat down his throat like that. I never. And even when he put it up, I don't say anything. I just go on. I don't like it, but I don't say anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that dad. You get what I'm saying? He's a grown man. He got to be able to figure out life himself and what he do.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you from my perspective why I post certain people that I do. Like, cause like now one thing I don't do. Yeah, no, I haven't did that. So one thing I don't do, right? Like, let's just say it's a established rapper. Like, you got 50 Cent, somebody, anybody, I don't care. Someone big, right? They already made it. I don't go around reposting their stuff.
Yeah.
But if it's like one of the bros I grew up with or something like that, now I'm gonna repost it because I know what they could be doing.
Yeah.
Like, I know truly it's some people out here that I know personally, like, if they not rapping, they finna go do some kick doors, sell some drugs, do something stupid. So it's like rapping away is like a way they can stay on point and focus. And I know, especially being a Christian artist, like how hard it is to get support from people, especially when you grew up with them. It's like me. I went to school, I was telling everybody, man, I'm in a youth group. Like, even some of the people at my school knew like about, like, they came up to me. I'm like, how the heck you know I'm in that, da-da-da. But they still didn't support me. They just wanted to talk about it just to see like where we was in a way. So it's like, I understand. And that's why I do it. And I understand, but at the same time, I kind of like, if I can if me supporting you keeps you off the streets, then I'm going to support you. Because what's the point of you being dumb? You go out, you trying to rob somebody, you end up getting killed. And then I know you died the wrong way. But if I know if I support you and you stay on that right track, I still got, like, I can still kind of minister and talk to you. Now, have I been doing that all the time? No, I ain't gonna sit here and count like I have, but that's how I look at it. Like, if I know I can keep you out of trouble,
then
I might be able to kind of reel you in to thinking like, all right, maybe I should do some at least positive music, or maybe get into Christian music and see where it take me type jump. So that's why I do it though, but it don't be on no disobedient. I don't want people thinking like,
oh no, he ain't disobedient. But see, here's the thing. Like, and I'm gonna let you finish, Stoney. But here's the thing: my son ain't disobedient like that. No, don't get it twisted. I'm just saying, I don't step into his world anymore. He's got to figure things out himself, and that's what we have to do as parents. That's a whole nother that's a whole nother subject. But us as parents have to step back and let our kids say, okay, you come to me and you ask me, Dad, should I go around this corner? And I say, no, because they shooting. And you go around that corner, that's on you. You get popped in the butt. I just pray that you make it out. But now you got popped in the butt. That's on you. You get what I'm saying? But like Mark, exactly. So my thing is, he's not, but he's gonna do him. He gotta live his life. He has to. You get what I'm saying?
I think my dad does that to me. Because like sometimes I'll be like, Dad, what should I do?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I mean, well, you could do this and you could do that. But I mean, ultimately, you're going to have to figure out what
you got to. Yeah.
And I'll be looking at him like, tell me what to do. He won't tell me sometimes. I get it.
Like, I get it. Do the right thing. I'm coming to you for it.
Yeah.
And you're going to give me this broad answer.
Yeah.
No,
but
narrow it down.
And you have to, though. You have to, because
I feel like he is part of, especially from a man's standpoint, you got to go out there and figure it out on your own.
You have to. Because what if I wasn't around and you ask somebody else and they give you the wrong decision? Do you take that decision? Or do you think about it and say, okay, let me put this and this and that and that and that and that together and then decide? So it's like a father could only give you yes and no, and I don't know. He has to do that because it's on you. Regardless, I can tell you, Stoney, don't go out there and do that. It's on Stoney not to want to. But Stoney can go out there and do that. Now, what comes with it, that's on you now. You got to face what comes with it. But it's evidently on you. So I just don't want people thinking that my son is disrespectful. I got the best son in the world. Like, I wouldn't ask for nobody else. Like, and I'm not just saying that to say this. He know I tell him, like, I wouldn't ask for no one else. I got the best son in the world. I don't like him sometimes because he be doing some crazy stuff. And then sometimes I look at him, and I'd be like, and I'd be like, dang, I can't believe this is my son. I'm so proud of him. You get what I'm saying? So, period. So regardless of that, but like I said, the thing is that how do you deal with, what do you?
So, side note, I had a friend too in college, still a great friend of mine, named Clip. You know where that go from.
Wow, I got a partner named Clip. That's crazy, man.
But I used to put all his stuff up too, to support, because I was where you were. He could be doing something else. And one thing I'm just happy about, in college, he got saved. So I know that he got saved.
Yeah.
Even got on a track with me once or twice.
Yeah.
Talked about Jesus and everything. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, you saved, a little bit about Jesus. You ain't crazy.
Yeah.
I can't keep posting all that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have all that on my page now.
Yeah.
Especially where I'm at now, spiritually. But the DJ point.
Yeah.
I told my wife recently, because I'm really relatively new into the DJ. I'd probably say my second 2 years and a half, probably.
Okay.
So I told my wife, I did one event and I told her it was clean, but some of the songs, because I don't play everything. You might request it, I might consider it, but I don't play it.
Okay.
I might consider it.
But I was telling her, I was like, man, these younger events, I might not be doing too many of those.
Exactly.
I just feel like I do feel like it's a compromise.
Okay.
Now, me personally, you can ask anybody. I love, if it's a wedding and it's an older wedding and it's that 80s and early 90s, a little bit of the 2000s. I'm for it. I just love that.
But see, exactly. But see, here's the thing. Even with that, they wasn't as vocal as they are now. And then not even that. My thing is, no, they wasn't. I'm gonna tell you why. Listen. Okay.
I cannot say that.
Okay, answer this question. Okay.
can't
Answer
do
this
that.
question.
They ain't cuss like that.
That's when I say vulgar, I'm talking about. Okay, this is what I'm saying. When I say, hold on.
Because
give me somebody.
Because I mean, think about it. Y'all titles had cuss words in them.
Give me somebody.
Like Easy E.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's some mother.
Okay, but whoa.
It was in the title.
Well, hold on.
Like,
I'm not. I'm not talking about gangster rap.
Yeah.
I'm talking about love or being with a female or
I don't listen to that stuff.
having a good
I'll plead the
time.
fifth.
Okay,
See,
so that's what I'm talking
I'm not
about.
talking about that.
No, I'm not. I know,
just
boy,
saying, like,
we brought
I'm
brought that in. Like for real. When it came to gangster rap, we are the reason why
do you claim
gangster
R.
rap
Kelly?
is what it is, huh?
Do you claim R. Kelly?
Yeah, we gotta claim R. Kelly.
Yeah,
We got to. We got to.
Dude,
But I'm gonna tell you
R. Kelly
about.
said some
But
stuff
I'm gonna
like,
tell you
whoa.
about R. Kelly though. R. Kelly had songs that can play on the radio, and then he had his album. What y'all play on the radio is what you get. Period. This is what I'm saying. Like they don't even believe in doing clean versions no more.
I'm gonna give you an example today.
Yeah.
A school asked me to give them a clean mix for their graduation tomorrow.
Yeah.
Said some of the latest songs. I'm listening to some of the latest songs, and I'm like,
whoa,
I can't clean that up.
Exactly.
I was
You
like,
gonna have just the beat.
For real.
What's that one they be doing that dance?
June bug.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Ronnie
So
the beat
he was
bop.
like, we want that one. And I was like, are you gonna get the instrumental of that?
Yeah. Do you honestly hear what they be saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing about parents. Parents get into a position where it's like, I don't know what they saying. And they won't try and hear what they saying.
Yeah.
So when
They don't
kids
know what your kids really listen.
exactly. When your kids, man, it was one time my daughter said,
You talking about Gianna?
yeah, no, was it Gianna?
Gianna, she said that's when she was like, I ain't looking for a fight. No, I ain't never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a beating. And then she didn't know what she meant by that.
Yeah.
And I said,
I was like,
I said, listen, think.
I looked at
repeat
her
what you
like,
just
whoa,
said.
boy, I'm about to
Yeah.
snatch you up.
I was like,
And
she
my-
don't know what she said.
Yeah.
I was like, John, think about what she said. And she sat there and she said, I ain't never lost a fight, but I'm looking for it. I was like, now think about it from how she's singing it. And her face just,
She didn't even know.
even know. She said, and it's like people will say stuff and not really understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like now, that's one thing I can say. Pops taught me, like, understand what you're saying. Don't be just saying something because it
Sounds good.
Yeah, that sound good. Cause I remember I was like, shoot, I was like third, fourth grade. I was going around. I heard people saying flexing, like, bro, you flexing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool. It sounded cool to me, you know. So I was going around saying it. I don't know what it means, but I was just saying it. And I remember I came home and said, he like, man, you even know what that word mean? I'm like, no. He like, understand. And that's where I got that from that day. And when I started actually like listening and understanding what people mean and what they say. So they're like, man, you'll say something. You like, I mean, it's a word. Then you go back and look what it actually means. You're like, oh shoot, like my fault. I ain't even know all that.
Yeah.
So
and if you don't throw up something or said something that don't disrespect the gang right beside you. But my thing is like that's what I'm saying. That like parents, I always tell parents don't ever stop. Like now, I still listen to the stuff because I gotta know what's going on. It ain't just because now there's some on it just good. And I gotta know what's going on because the point is he could be on said something. And I'm like, keep it moving. And then don't even understand that he finna cause a problem. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? But parents, they just because they parents, they just don't want to do the work. Mm-hmm. And they don't understand what their kids be listening to or what their kids be saying because they don't want to go and learn the lingo. Mm-hmm. And it ain't that you're trying to stay young, it's that you're trying to stay in the mix so you can tell your kids no. And so you can stay on your kid because kids have gotten to the point now where every second they're switching their words, their lingo. It's just so you won't know what they're talking about. You get what I'm saying? I remember back in our days, I don't know, but when they used to do pig lagging, and the girls used to talk like that, and parents had no idea what they were saying or how they were saying it. You know, just different things. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying with parents staying on top of things, and then they'll be just playing stuff at school, and you be like, "Do you hear what he's saying?"
I did an event today, the party that we had today, And you know, some of the requests they was asking, I was like, I'm not going to play that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you something for real.
Yeah.
As far from a DJ standpoint, I might fade out, not from a DJing, but I'm talking about the newer stuff.
Yeah.
Because I listen to it, but sometimes I hear it and I'm like, I don't want to hear that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I have to even ask the kids at school. I'm like, what's the hot song now?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But
you're asking and you're staying relevant. Because just by you not asking, then you would just get lost and they'd be like, play this song. And
that's one thing I always said I never wanted to do. And I find myself doing it. I don't want to get locked into a genre or a era.
Yes.
I mean, I can get stuck in the 80s era.
Oh wow.
Candy and all that. I can get stuck in that era.
Yeah.
But I have to try and force myself sometime, especially now, because this. I'm sorry to all you new rappers. Okay, I just not really feeling the.
And me either. But there is some ones that's just like, whoa. If you actually like, you know how when we was young and we talked about our favorite rappers, and now parents be like, I don't understand what they're saying. Y'all just got all this yibbity yabbity yibbity yabbity. And I didn't ever want to be that parent. I always want to be like, okay, I'm gonna give my kids a chance. And he know it. He'll be like, hey, Dad, you heard this new blah blah blah. I'm like, nah, I go check him out. Like, he sucked. And he'll be like, you heard this new blase blase? And I'm like, nah, I go check him out. And I'll be like, y'all the fire. I ain't not gonna lie, he beast mode. So he knows it. I'll check him out if he entered, because it's so many rappers is coming left to right. I can't keep up with him. But him, he'd be like,
I be on it.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey, this, that, that. I'd be like, what?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I be knowing rappers that ain't even blew up yet. And I tell folks, like, you know who Blueface is? I knew about Blueface before he got big. And I was telling people, like, bro, this man finna go. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, man, can't even rap on beat. Literally like 2-3 months later,
can't rap on beat.
Boom! This man took off. The song, everybody was like, "Bro, hard."
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been trying to tell it, like, and then like now though, even like, I ain't gonna lie, like I wasn't doing Christian music like that, but now I be like trying to find. And to see, that's another thing about Christian music. It low key be hard. Like you got to take more time to research. And find
I do feel like that
because they don't.
Oh,
I guess that was this, but a lot of them don't put themselves out there like that.
No, they don't.
And it's like, dude, like, I think what it is, they don't get it from a fan perspective.
Yeah,
I feel like some of them are like, man, like this is all for God. You know, I don't need to be pushing myself out. And it's like, no, but you don't understand. People look up to you to find Christ.
Exactly.
Like, you are a tool, a vessel, whatever you want to call yourself. God uses you to bring them to him. So it's like some people I feel like don't understand that. And then there's some of them I feel like they just rap because, you know, that's just something fun. And then, you know, you can go do a couple shows and that's it. But I feel like they gotta, like, some of them gotta understand, like, dude, like, you got fans and you
need to have your stuff in order.
Yeah.
You do need to have your stuff in order. So, but to get back to your question, I am still in the process. I'll tell you right now, I am doing events, and like I said, I will clean it up completely, or I might just play 2 seconds of it, and I did that today, and drop it, and then the kids be like, "Oh," I'll be like, "Next song."
Wow.
But about to come up.
So my thing is, to all you Christian artists,
you make me sick. I'm just playing.
To all you Christian artists, listen. I think this is another topic too. So if you ever want to come back on, just let us know, and we'll bring you back on if you just want to have a conversation with us and everything. Because I like to be able to conversate with people. And
I like it. Yeah.
This is nice.
Hey, with Mark, I told Mark, I said I'm gonna be on podcast with you guys, and he said, "You ready to speak for real?" I said, what you think I can't do it? He said, no, I know you can do it, but I know you'll be quiet sometimes. You ready to tell the truth?
Oh, man.
I was like, but the truth.
Oh, man, that's my boy. That's my boy. So, listen, to you artists, man, listen. Y'all got to stop. Okay, man, that's another subject. And we ain't really got time about it, but, man, I'm going to leave that one alone. I'll probably do it on the next segment or whatever. But anyway, tell the people where they could actually. Do you got anything coming up? Any new stuff coming up or anything like that?
Got a new music video coming out this summer. It's called More Jesus.
And we were supposed to play that today, man, but we got so torn on this. It's just
you know what? We didn't even take the break.
We didn't even take the break. Usually we take a break. Yeah. Yeah. Stone, hey, your conversation's good, boy. But we will. What we're gonna do is we are gonna play it. I'm gonna add it to the end of this. For the podcasters that's on Podbean, and YouTube, you'll get this. Facebook, you will not get this.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go to YouTube to get this, and you're gonna have to go to Podbean to get the song. But anyway, go ahead though.
Yeah, it's called More Jesus. That song right there, it just puts me in a zone. Okay. I just get to worshiping the Lord on that one. So check it out. It's available.
Okay.
On all streaming platforms. But the video will be out this summer.
Okay.
So then we got a annual event coming up, Club Christ.
Okay.
That's on June 27th.
Yeah.
Still ironing out some details, but it will happen on June 27th at 6 o'clock.
That's what's up.
So those are the two major things coming up.
Anything coming up with you and the Royalty Boys?
Well, they'll be at Club Christ.
Okay, well, we're gonna try and be there. I can't say we will be there. Yeah, but but we're gonna definitely try and be there and support, man.
There is a new song.
Okay.
It's called What You Know About Them.
Okay. So listen.
Again, be square.
Y'all need to definitely be there. We're gonna try and be there. If something don't pop up or we don't have a ministry thing to do, we're gonna definitely try and be there. I need you to send me that date and that time again. Text it to me so we can. Cause I'm bad. I gotta get it to my wife. I'm gonna be 100. I'll plan 50 things on one day, dog. For real. And my wife be like, you got this going on, and I have to call people back and be like, man, I'm sorry, man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think but anyway.
When I became a DJ, I had to put it in the phone.
Yes.
If it's not on my calendar, you do not exist.
But see, I have someone doing the calendar for us. And my wife is another person that do. Like, my wife take care of our personal stuff. And because going out to support people, that's personal to us. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to what we do as a ministry, we have someone doing that. But I'm telling you,
that's the thing. If it doesn't go to Pops directly,
yeah. So I'm just saying, send me that, and I'm gonna send it straight to her, and I'll send it to other people so I can let them know if we ain't got nothing already planned, we ain't doing nothing that day. That's how we do it. If we don't have nothing planned, that's going on the play. But anyway, any God, I can't even think of just that quick platforms they can reach you
on. All social media, Stoney. That's with the E, STONEY, Stone Hill. So,
okay.
All social media. And then you can go to www.StoneyStoneHill.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, man. And hopefully, y'all hear me saying it. I'm so serious, man. I'm not saying this to be said. But hopefully we come up with something where Macaroni Tony and Willie and Dilly do a skit or something. We get something going. I know that will be some hype or something together. But listen, man, I really enjoyed you having you here. Straight up. I'm gonna be 100. If you was boring or if you was like okay, I'm just gonna be like, man, it was a good time, man. We had a good time, or it was okay. I ain't gonna say it was boring. I'm gonna say it was okay. I'm not lying. So for any artist that come on here and try and act too cool or too instead of just being yourself, we might even cut the stuff short, for real.
That's all the time we got.
For real. We will do that. So I'm just being 100, man. Elder Jones first, and then
He set the tone.
Yeah, he set the tone, and then now you. We supposed to be hooking back up with Kai, man, and some stuff came up to where he couldn't show last week, and then we wasn't even ready to be on. We had stuff for him, and it's like, dang. I told my son like we not missing another week, even if we just got to get on. But anyway, enjoyed you, really did, man. Really enjoyed you. We're gonna play that song again, the Jesus Shuffle.
Okay,
we're gonna play that again as we go out. But anything else, man? If anybody like this, y'all know where we at. You know our platform. You know how you can reach us. If you don't, we are a Patriot, and then not only that, we're on Patreon, and you can also do Rated Real 100 if you want to donate anything.
Cash out.
You can go to madeforchrist.com. You can see it right now, but then it's gonna be up under construction for a while. Yeah. So anyway, please continue to support Christian hip hop, man. And if you don't, you know somebody who do. Get the music and get to them. Support it.
Facts.
Holla at Stoney, man. Y'all listen.
That man been saying that since we started Christian music.
For real.
Yeah, honestly.
Support it.
If you don't know, if you don't listen to it, give it to your son or something. Give it to somebody.
Get it to somebody so somebody can listen to it.
Hey, it's a valid point.
And Christian artists, man, step your game up, man. Stop just thinking everything is about Jesus. But God, dog, you don't do Jesus every day. You get up sometimes.
If you're being honest with yourself.
You get up sometime with headaches. God dang, rap about the headaches you had and how you overcame the headache. Something, man. Give us something different. Even Christians ball too. Even we be stunting too. So give me some stunting music. Give me something. Let's just not just, Anyway, we ain't sad all the time, and we ain't extremely happy all the time. You know what I mean? But anyway, listen, I enjoyed you, man. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to get Mark on here. I think our next guest is West End Shawty.
West End Shawty.
Yeah. And if y'all listen, if y'all don't know, you seen how all that said. Well, not all. I didn't say it, but we know who West End Shawty is. Why? Because bridging the gap, y'all. Bridging the gap.
You don't know West End, you know West End.
Exactly. So we're gonna try and get. We got West End coming next week. And like I said, we're gonna try and get Mark and a lot more artists that we got, a lot more DJs we got. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold. I just want to get out of here, man. Again, thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate it. It was an honor, for real. It was an honor to have you here. I love your music. I love your energy. I do. Like, this ain't just talking, like I do. When you play that music, I be like, yeah. That's why when you were doing it, I was like, dang, I hope I don't get mad because I'm in the background, like, yeah. Hey,
Nah, you good. I was like, I was playing with the little kid, throwing the little beanbags, and I heard the song, like, hold on, y'all gonna have to wait.
Yeah. So it's like,
start dancing.
Yeah, so well, if you ever with us again, man, I'm telling you, I'm your hype man. I'm gonna be back there doing what I do because I love the song. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you straight up. And that's one thing about Christian artists, y'all gotta realize, man, listen, we can keep going. You gotta just realize that all your songs ain't gonna be like. Cause my son showed and tell me, I be thinking I'm doing something. Like, that ain't the move.
Boy.
Like, what you mean that ain't the move? And you tell me straight up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my, out here for 2 days, working hard.
my wife would tell me the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but we gotta learn how to take criticism, man. And some of us just have to learn that this might not be our calling. But anyway, with that said, y'all, I love y'all. I love everything about you. Please, y'all, just continue to support the movement. This is Known for Real, y'all. And we're going to go in and we're going to play the video one more time. And then after we play the video one more time, man, we are out of here. With that said, made up, made out.
Made salute, baby.
What's up, everybody? What's up? It's your player pastor, Mr. Macaroni Tony. And I just want to welcome everybody. To the Infinite Praise Dance Auditions. So what we got going on today, excuse me, let me fix my ring. You see that right there? That's clean. Can't nobody do it like me. But anyways, what we doing today is we're calling out all the dancers. And we want to see who can get their Holy Ghost praise on for the Lord. All right? Yeah. So without further ado, let me introduce to you some of the judges for today. First off, Macaroni Tony wants to introduce Miss Misty Swanigan. Baby girl, tell her what you're looking for. Tell the dancers what you're looking for.
Just choreography and elegance. You got that, you got my vote.
Next, I got world-renowned dancer. I mean, he's been all over the world working with some of the greatest dancers you can think of, all right? I'm talking about people like Usha. Yes, that's Usha. And I'm talking about people like Chris Blue. Yeah, Chris Blue. And I'm talking about the icon himself, Mr. Michael Johnson. That's what I said, Michael Johnson. But I ain't gonna prolong it no more. Swift, tell them what you're looking for.
It's about the rhythm. The rhythm has to move you in a way that is smooth. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the smooth move. Because if you're not giving them the rhythm, what are you giving them?
Exactly. What are you giving them if you're not giving them the rhythm? All right, and moving on. Last but not least, hailing all the way from St. Jude, Mount Episcopal, Independent Church of God in Christ, non-denominational Baptist. I'm talking about Reverend, Deacon, and Pastor Jehoshaphat, all right? Now, tell them what you're looking for as far as dance.
You know me, I'm a little old school, man. You know y'all young cats, y'all get it doing all the... I can't get jiggy without it, man. Just a little 1-2 step, you know, keep it simple, man. You know, that's all I'm looking for, man. Old school, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, there you have it. Keep it simple. Deacon, Reverend, and Pastor Jehoshaphat is not looking for all that and all that. Keep it simple and make sure it's about Jesus. Now, without further ado, let me bring to you the wonderful dancers for infinite praise. Do your best, people, because I'm watching.
Super cranky.
Yeah. It's your boy Stoney Stone. And I want to welcome you to infinite praise, where the praise don't stop.
And it's another day of fire, baby.
You can rock to this, and you can bounce to this, and you can clap to this. Go on, get your praise on to this. Hey, hey, you can rock to this, bounce to this, and you can clap to this. Go on, get your praise on to this.
I don't know about you and what you came to do, but I came to praise Jesus and scream hallelujah. Man, my God is so faithful and he's so true. Man, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? Yeah, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you?
Today I only got one goal in mind. That's to glorify the name of the one most high. All your problems and your drama, you can leave them all behind. Cause we about to have a Holy Ghost fire-filled time. And I'm talking about praises turned to the max. And it's all for the Lord, cause he deserves that. So forget about anything weighing you down. Cause your only concern should be Christ right now. Man, he's worthy of the glory and worthy of the praise. Worthy of the honor and all of the fame. My God is so unbelievably amazing. This is how I show my appreciation. By lifting my hands and doing my dance. I worship so hard I get caught in a trance. But it's all okay, cause it's all for the King. Just read Psalm 145 and 3.
I don't know about you and what you came to do, but I came to praise Jesus and scream hallelujah. Man, my God is so faithful and he's so true. Man, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? Yeah, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I don't know about you and what you came to do, but I came to praise Jesus and scream hallelujah. Man, my God is so faithful and he's so true. Man, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I said I came to praise Jesus. How about you? Yeah, I came to praise Jesus. How about you? I came to praise Jesus.
Let's not waste no more time. Let's show him this Jesus shuffle, man.
How about you?
Let's go.
Everybody just step, slide now. There
you go.
slide, step, slide. Now rock, 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 rock. Turn it, step.
That's it right there.
Step, slide. Now cock.
I see you over there.
Slide, step, slide. Now rock, 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 rock. Turn it, step.
Hey, don't be doing this in your car now. I don't want nobody crashing. No crashes on my case.
Slide now, rock, 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 rock. Turn it. Hey, now do that Jesus shuffle. Come on, Jesus shuffle. Everybody do that Jesus shuffle. Come on, Jesus shuffle.
All right, good people. After deliberating with the judges, they have come to their decision, and it is up to your player pastor, Macaroni, Tony, to tell you who the winner of this Infinite Praise Dance Extravaganza is. So without further ado, I'm going to say to you that the winner is Stony Stone Hill. But that Jesus Shuffle was something serious, but I tell you, step, slide. Now, Kai, who is Kai? Anyways, man, y'all follow my boy Stony Stone and keep Jesus first in your life. See you next year, baby.